Hello and welcome to Girl Chat Sports. We are on episode 19.
That's a lot of episodes.
That's like all hands and almost all toes.
Almost all toes.
For all those that have all
That's as high as I can count. I'm not Asian. I can't do the math.
Of course.
We are watching Girl Chat Sports on VegasVideoNetwork.com/live. Hopefully you're joining us live this evening, where we're at every Wednesday through next Wednesday at 6 p.m. But we are the very best in online sports broadcasting, brought to you entirely by women. So we're going to give you a little bit of our opinions, a little bit of wit, maybe some good-looking guys to, latch onto, and a whole lot more. Not talking about producer Scott. I am Jamie Collier. I am one of the hosts of GirlChatSports.com. Nobody does. So we are here tonight. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. This episode is brought to you by eBay, who apparently is the only person and the only company still making money off of Kobe's World Tour.
Ooh.
But we'll get to that later.
And it wasn't me with the self-Kobe hate.
I know. It's actually not brought to you by eBay, but call us. I'm Jamie Collier, one of the hosts. I am a huge Michigan aficionado. I got to get through this so we can start our show, and we're taking off running.
I'm Melissa Ferris, diehard Seahawks fan, Husky alumni, and the overall just a big sports geek.
Oh, well, then I'll quiz you later on your sports geekery.
Hey.
I like it. So we did have a special guest on the show this evening, if you've been following us on social media, but due to some last minute scheduling conflicts, Miss Erica will not be able to be on our show, but she will be on a podcast on Friday. So we're so excited to have her, and it was the last minute scheduling conflict for her. So Erica, we look forward to talking to you on Friday. Stay tuned for that on girlchatsports.com.
Awesome. Well, since we were aiming to have her here on the show and be talking with her, I did have a couple of things I wanted to bring up about her. The purpose of us having her on the show is because of her son, who is Alan Hearns, who is a wide receiver for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Number 88. This will be up on his third season. He's already had 2 seasons. His rookie season, he led the team in touchdowns, catches, yards. I mean, he was great. He's a great athlete. And the thing is,
he basically carried the Jags, is what you're saying.
Him and Blake Bortles, they came in and just took over the team.
Oh, Blakey.
I mean, and he's got some arms in the NFL that we could definitely showcase next season.
That one right there.
Right? So she basically raised 2 sons from a young age. I think she was 17 and 18 when she had the boys, both of her sons. So that's Alan and Daryl. And she raised them as a single mom. He didn't finish school. And I guess when Alan was in college at University of Miami, she was going back to school to get her GED. Daryl was also in school.
And
so
they were all got like
a
bachelor's degree or some kind of
sports management or something. I think I read, which was awesome.
Yeah.
So congratulations to her. So definitely we're sad that she's not here with us. But I know for me, as a great football fan that I am, I had Alan Hearns on my fantasy sports team for at least 1, if not 2, if not a handful of games. I know for this last season, he definitely got some great yards because Blake Bortles really excelled. And I had Blake Bortles. You remember that?
Weren't you going back and forth with Blake Bortles
and Tannehill?
Tannehill, yeah.
Yep. So I'm really excited for this season for him. And after reading more of his story, and just the family story was really inspiring.
It made me cry. When I was reading about her in 88 Blessings, because she put together an event on June 4th to honor 88 single moms. And so actually I was invited to go. I'm not sure if I'll be able to attend, but they're basically, she wanted to give back. And, one of the things that we'll look forward to talking with her on, hopefully on Friday, is just kind of how that journey, that must have been super. Any single mom, Marie, is challenging. Take it from me. But, being able to promote your children in such a way and encourage them in sports and whatever they're excelling at to get to the NFL is huge. I wanted to ask her what her reaction was on draft day. Like, where were you sitting? Did you run down the block? All that kind of stuff.
Well, he didn't get drafted. So.
Oh, no. Well, fact check that shit.
So that was one of the things, but she was actually, when I read about it, because he didn't get drafted, he was actually one of he had he broke some of the highest records in University of Miami's history, but he thought he had several injuries throughout college, and his senior year of high school, he didn't play at all. So he was even happy to still have his scholarship to go to the University of Miami. When he went there, he had a few injuries. He then, it sounded like, he was ready for the draft because, he thought he did great his senior year at Miami. And to come to find out, 7th round goes by and you haven't been picked.
Yeah, I wonder what that feels like, actually.
Well,
That's the question I need to ask.
Yeah, definitely. And then I think it was her that actually really kept him positive about it, was that, even though this is just one hurdle that you still have to get through. Mm-hmm. And the point that everybody makes is that you can get drafted. And like we've seen numerous years before, first round draft picks sometimes fail. Tim Tebow, where is he now?
I was going to say, Tim Tebow's still waiting to get drafted.
But then you've got Russell Wilson, who maybe did get drafted, but in like the 5th round, and look at him now.
Yeah.
You
like to look at him now.
I'm not
the only person who's looking at him is Sierra,
who lost a battle in court.
I know.
How do you lose a future?
I don't know. When they put those together, they're like, let's see, who's up? Yeah. Do they have joint now?
Well, I guess it's a California thing. I guess Californians, when they go to like custody court there, they prefer that most couples still have, split custody, joint custody.
Yeah, that's how it is in the state of Nevada too.
And
trust me, I know.
Even if your father's future, apparently you still get your rights. So
I wonder how expensive those attorney costs are. Sorry, my head was just going all the way over to court over there.
Well, sorry, that was a side note. So Allen Hurns didn't get drafted, but he did get picked up by the Jacksonville Jaguars. And a little note about that was that his offensive coordinator for the Miami Hurricanes actually was his offensive coordinator at the Jacksonville Jaguars when he was drafted. So it was almost like this perfect fit that he just kind of meshed right back into things. And I think that's probably why he did so well for them his first year.
Well, we'll have to get down to Jacksonville. I keep saying, our friend Cindy Marshall is one of the photographers there. So I keep saying, we need to get down there, but it's so hot. But it's right next to the beach and very cute stadium.
All for beach and football.
So we can combine that and write it off as an expense.
Because I was really upset this year. I realized is that the Seahawks don't have a game in San Diego. And that's usually my every year preseason game, is going to San Diego, laying on the beach, having my jersey right by me, and going to the game.
And Instagramming selfies.
Instagramming selfies. Unfortunately, this year it'll be stuck in LA in the middle of Upland, California.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But speaking of which, the other thing I thought was really interesting is that being a single mom, raising 2 children at a very young age, being able, dropping out of school for them, and then you're also raising them in one of the most crime-filled areas. Dade County, I believe, in Miami, Florida, is where these kids had to get raised. And she basically had to take them under her wings and basically, ensure that she was watching over them. There's no hey, run outside and go grab. No.
No.
That's what's not happening around
Maybe
here.
that's what made him so tough and run so fast. No, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Wait, hey, listen, we've talked to people from Texas who, say they grow them big in Texas, so maybe they grow them tough in Miami, Florida. Maybe you have to be just tough-skinned.
Well, what's funny is because Alan actually mentioned that one of his mentors was Andre Johnson, who also went to University of Miami. He was a wide receiver, played for the Colts, the Texans, 10 years his senior, but was kind of like his second father figure-ish, I guess. But they were both raised in the same area, both from single moms. So it's interesting how many players have come from the area as well, not just Rick Ross.
So kudos to all you single moms raising kids in tough areas. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. Oh my God. I thought my minivan carpool was rough and tough, but no. Yeah, so mad kudos.
Minivan carpool.
I don't have a minivan with stickers on the back. Anyway.
You know you want to.
I want to. It's true. Our show went out the window. We don't know what happened. What else is going on? So apparently they're auctioning off, Kobe's last game. He scored 60 points. People were trying to eBay off
if you're
air.
Counting points, whatever.
They let him win. Oh my God. It's like when you're playing Red Rover. Anyway.
Right. He never let go of the ball the entire game.
Jeez. But ball hog. But apparently they are auctioning off a piece of the game court, the Lakers game court. And current
because
bid right
no
now,
one's playing on it ever again.
They're trying to find ways to make money after the fact. It's so terrible. People are trying to sell air from the game,
milking
on
that
eBay.
cow.
Oh my goodness, just yeah. But I just wonder if that goes to his retirement fund or no. I have no idea. His mistress fund, his bitch, please, I'm going to be sitting at home for a while. Yeah.
Speaking of the NBA, there's a little thing called the playoffs that are happening right now.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah. So Western Conference Finals are currently right now, which is probably why nobody wants to watch us today, because right now is game 2 of the Golden State Warriors.
But thankfully you can catch us.
But you'll be able to catch us, rewind, and fast forward. DVR. No.
Yeah, exactly.
So currently, as we speak,
the Seattle Sonics.
The Seattle Sonics.
Oh, shoot. Go ahead.
The Seattle Sonics are playing the Warriors. So actually Monday was the first game of the Western Conference Finals. Golden State Warriors at home lose to the Thunder, aka the Sonics.
Thunder. Where does that play?
AC/DC.
Yeah. So
it was a little bit.
enough,
I mean, it took me by surprise. I mean, Golden State has played incredible for the whole season. They've lost literally one game at
like
home.
Seattle last
one
few
game
years.
at home
Yeah.
the entire year. You get 9 games into the playoffs and you lose one at home. Like, it seems kind of odd.
Didn't they only lose one at home?
Well,
I mean, yeah. Why? I mean, like, I know we talked about this a couple weeks ago where I said, like, hey, don't slow down. You're going in because they're kind of favored to win. So was it a matter of, did they slow down a little? Was their technique off? Are they just that confident?
Here's the deal. There was
Steph Curry get injured again?
No. There was actually clips of Steph Curry shooting threes and sinking them from the half court prior to the game. So everybody was like, oh gosh, this game is going to be crazy. It's going to be unstoppable. But the thing is, I think they kind of they weren't there. They weren't themselves. I mean, they were taking shots. Like, I watched the second half. First of all, they were up by 17. They were up by 13 at half.
Yeah.
Up by 13. How do you lose a 13-point lead in the first game of it?
They did not have enough Gatorade flowing through their systems.
So I think it was a lot of missed shots. A lot of none of the guys, like Klay Thompson, is usually at the foul line a great amount. He wasn't there at all on Monday. The center, I forgot his name, Adams, with the mustache, the big mustache and the long hair.
Oh, God, I'm gonna have to look it up.
He actually had a really great game, and because Golden State kind of plays a game of small ball, basically most of their players are fairly small in stature. He actually played a dominant role in the Oklahoma Thunder's winning the game. Plus,
So game 2 it is tonight. We're going to rush out of here.
Game 2 is right now.
Yeah, right now. We're talking to ourselves and some crickets over here because everybody else in the country. All right, see you later, Violet. That's our show. We're done.
And that's it. And then the other side of it, we have the Eastern Conference Finals, which has the Cleveland Cavaliers versus Toronto Raptors. So,
are we going to pick sides? Like, who do you want? Are you going with your OKC?
No, I'm going with the Warriors.
I was going to pick OKC, but
I can't pick the Sonics. They took my Sonics.
Listen, you're probably going to get the Charlotte Hornets and stop your fussing. Jesus.
I would love it.
How many days is that? What, 23 days? We need like a countdown chart of when Michael's going to make his decision to move the Charlotte Hornets back to Seattle.
The Cleveland Cavaliers have been off for 9-10 days because they literally swept Atlanta Hawks. They've been waiting and waiting patiently for the Toronto to win. So they played game 1 and Cleveland just beat the crap out of them, like 31 points.
Yeah.
It was never, I really didn't even watch this game because what was the point? They were up by 20 the entire game almost. It was
every headline,
terrible.
it seemed like on ESPN was LeBron this and LeBron that and LeBron this. It was like Kobe, only 2 weeks behind. So
what is funny about LeBron and his Rogaine for men, I noticed there's this thing on Facebook. It's like this men's spray that barbers use. It's kind of made out of a cotton material that they use to kind of, cover up certain spots or make their hairline seem more.
What television show do you watch?
No, it's happening right now. So what I noticed is that
QVC.
What I noticed is that after the Cleveland Cavaliers game, the guys from ESPN were sitting there like, we're still waiting on LeBron to come out so we can have their interviews, waiting and waiting. What I realized is that when he starts the game, his hairline is very, very clean. It's like almost like you could cut your finger on it. It's so clean. And throughout the game, you kind of see it fade off and wear a little bit.
Sweats starts to...
Waterproof, I get it, but it still seems to kind of dribble. Not dribble, but it seems to kind of it's not there as much anymore. Melt almost. So I think his preparation for the interviews is that he has to respray all that back on.
It's like a personal assistant in the locker room that's like, hold on. And steps on a ladder.
It's his barber, which really shouldn't be a barber. It should be like a sprayer. Like, you're not really getting barbered anymore. He did have a very nice lineup, but as far as his graffiti artist.
LeBron
so those are the NFL.
God, oh my God.
Football coming.
Now that's the countdown we need. How many days until
it's
football
113,
season?
I think.
Melissa, in case you don't know, stalks pretty much the entire Seahawks team while they're off season. She's like, oh, this one's in Mexico. Oh, that one's doing that. Oh, he's getting married. Blah, blah, blah. They
I follow them on Instagram, okay?
They got married in a cape.
Which, FYI, Russell Wilson will be hosting the Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice Awards again this July for the second year in a row.
So let's get drunk and watch kids
and
do
get
things.
slime. Remember the sliming when you were a kid? Like that was like the coolest thing in the world.
Cam Newton seems to be in the news a lot, though. I was
really?
Apparently he pimped out a car and gold and this. It's like his off season was like, I'm going to treat myself because I had a crappy Super Bowl.
the Super Bowl.
So it was almost like, I don't know.
So what happened?
He just needs to take Johnny Manziel under his wing. No, just kidding. Just kidding. That'd be a terrible matchup. No, they were just talking about how he pimped a car, and then he was like on a TV show, a game show, and all this stuff that he was doing. Yeah, I think he was on Jeopardy or something, and like he didn't get the right answer from the audience. It was like weird little headlines. I'm like, what are you doing with your free time? Train, dude, train.
You can like phone a friend on Jeopardy now or something. It was like
he couldn't find one.
Mix into one. Goodness
so he went out
gracious.
and bought a car. Oh.
What was really funny that happened, so speaking of the NBA as well, is that the NBA draft, they had their draft as far as the lottery to see where teams get to pick. Now, the draft's a little bit different for the NBA versus NFL. So the NBA, if your team does really poorly, like the Philadelphia 76ers, who I think lost won
all
a total
of them.
of 12 games, like you get an X amount of tickets or whatever you put in, like pencils or pens, whatever gets drawn, you get X amount of numbers of those put in. So they had like a 26% chance to get like the first pick of the NBA draft. So the draft starts at 8 o'clock Eastern, and about 4 o'clock Eastern, Dikembe Mutombo makes a tweet. He was like, "Congratulations to this Philadelphia 76ers for the first round draft pick." And now all of Twitter was like,
silent.
Wait, what? It's like Dikembe Mutombo became Cleo and was like, "Hey, I can see the future,"
76ers.
So there's this whole like conspiracy. I know. There's like this whole conspiracy theory now. I kind of think that Roger Goodell has his foot in it.
I knew you were going to go there.
I'm just saying, David Stern has been a great commissioner for the NBA, but Roger Goodell, this just smells very Roger Goodell-ish. Yes.
Goodell-ish.
So, not our producer.
I feel like
that
Roger
Honey
Goodell
Jack.
sits up in his mansion somewhere and he's like, how can I control all of sports?
Pretty much.
Me and Donald Trump
I think
can
that's
rule
it.
the world.
So what happens is that, and what else is interesting, so Philadelphia got the first. The Lakers get the second pick. This is the second year in a row the Lakers have gotten the second pick, which has A, never happened, but B, they weren't as bad last year. So the fact that they've gotten now 2 second picks in the NBA draft is like, they're trying to set Luke, what's his name? Luke Wilson.
Yeah, the guy the new coach. The new coach. Bill somebody or other's
Walton,
son.
it's
Thank
Luke
you.
Walton.
I was like, your arch nemesis.
So they're trying to help him out, it looks like, because he's got now two. I mean, that's great.
But Luke Walton did great for the first half of the season for the Warriors.
But he had a great team already there.
That's true. That's true.
So anyways, so Philly got first, Lakers got second, the Brooklyn Nets got third, which they ended up, the Brooklyn Nets.
Again, who?
It's a basketball team.
I'm being a smart.
I know. And we're a sports
And the
show.
I was being smart. I was trying to play that off like, who watches the Nets anyway?
So
Too much with
1,
my
2, and
deadpan.
3. 1, 2, and 3. The Nets actually traded up to give it to the Celtics, but this is the first time in history that the 3 worst teams have literally gotten the first 3 picks of the NBA draft in sequential order. So the worst 3 teams went from like worst being Philly, Lakers, Nets, and now they got those 3 picks. It was like,
It does
Roger
smell
Goodell.
very Goodell-ish.
throw a Tom Brady in there, and you already know what's happening.
We know. I feel like he's in there somewhere too. Good gravy. Speaking of him, I forgot to keep up with what's going on Deflategate wise. As far as we know,
I
he's
believe
still
it's
out the
over.
first 4
Yeah,
games.
He's out the first 4 games.
I figured they'd appeal it or whatever closer to the season. So
Wah,
so basically, like the Patriots' first 4 games is kind of preseason anyway.
Their preseason's going to be
Postseason.
like 8 games. So
Their preseason's going to be. I think it's real games that he has to be at. I don't believe it's.
preseason won't count.
Yeah, so it's the first 4 games of the regular season.
Of the regular
Yep.
season. Ooh, which is like in 113 days. I think.
Count it down. She's got it on her phone. Oh my gosh.
Well, there's other stories.
There are lots of other stories.
Like Major League Baseball turned into Mike Tyson's fight night. little TKO action on the field on the baseball diamond.
Time that.
It was ridiculous, completely ridiculous.
Gosh. It's not Cam Newton tearing down a sign. It
wasn't. No. So the Texas Rangers and the Toronto Blue Jays, and Toronto's in the news again.
By the way, Toronto was my favorite show. Oh my God. Team growing up. So
yes.
That was my favorite team. Then Nolan Ryan was my favorite pitcher growing up. So
awesome.
Anyway.
So the Rangers and the Blue Jays had a game. Well, they have previous. This is Bautista.
He used to play for
Jose
Seattle,
Bautista.
though, right?
No,
Was there a Bautista in Seattle?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look that up because I think
Maybe.
when I was there,
Okay, because me and
I had my
baseball.
lines of my buns of baseball. I feel like I read a Bautista jersey. Maybe I just owned one, and never mind. Okay,
So Blue Jays and the Rangers have some history. They played in the American League division in the divisionals last year, and the Blue Jays won. They came back from an 0-2 series and won. So they're playing their final meet up this season on Sunday. It started off with the Rangers. I believe it was the pitcher for the Rangers, Matt Bush. He threw a pitch at Bautista and it hit him. He wasn't thrilled with that. So, of course. So he ends up getting on base. And then the next hitter hits a ground and he's running for first. So Bautista, a technique that most baseball players do is they'll try and slide into the actual second baseman so that they can diffuse them. They can keep
diffuse.
They can keep them from actually throwing the ball and getting the person on first out.
correct.
Well, he did that, and apparently he actually, hit. And I forgot his first name. It's Odor. Odor is his last name. Yeah, Odor, which is so weird that your last name is Odor. Anyway, yeah, Odor. Anyways, he hit Odor. Odor.
Who's on first? What's on second?
Odor popped up and literally socked him with a right jab, and you see his whole face like wobble off to the side.
So it's like a hockey game in Major League Baseball.
It was like a hockey game, Mayweather, all that
Oh my gosh.
put into one. It was
like typical Vegas night. Okay, got it.
It was typical. What was funny after that? So that cleared the base. That cleared the benches. Clearing the benches. Both guys, basically both teams come out and start going at it. They were going crazy. Well, they get back to it. Bottom of the 8th. Now you've got Jesse Chavez is the pitcher for Toronto, and he throws at Cecil Fielder, who is actually the son, Prince Fielder, Cecil Fielder's son, who plays for Major League Baseball now. Throws at Prince and throws at him. That clears the benches again. So it's almost like a Royal Rumble. Like the outsiders.
They're throwing balls at people.
Yeah.
Not at bats.
And these are balls that are going like 90 miles an hour.
They're not slow balls.
No.
They're very fast balls.
Dodging fastballs.
I'm waiting for
on
tennis
Girl
ball.
Chat.
How to dodge a baseball 101.
Which leads me into a little bit of buns of baseball.
I like how you segued that
You
because
like
you gotta
that?
have good buns to
You gotta
avoid
have
the
good
balls.
buns and a good body to be able to take a good hit. Hence, while Mr. Bautista, hello.
That's our show, ladies
And that's
gentlemen.
it. So
Ooh.
he was actually on the body issue for the SU magazine, and as you can tell,
I can tell
he has
What
a
are we
nice baby got back.
he's got a baby. Got everything.
Big booty hose.
I would not throw a baseball at this man. He would look at he's. Ooh, hello.
Well, he took the punch pretty good. I mean, he got hit hard. So next on the butt watch and buns of baseball. Oh, little Sim Mix-a-Lot. You know that's from Seattle too, right?
I do. I met him when he was here.
I bet you that on Tree.
What?
They only talk.
Because she looks
our
like a
show is
total
out of
prostitute.
control. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, Becky.
It's just like out there.
It's out there. And we've lost our show completely. But nobody's watching, so it's okay.
Anyways, so next, I think the producer just likes the song. That's what it is. Wouldn't anybody? Hey,
Woo! Hello.
Johnny Cueto.
He is fine.
Notice that butt was stuck. Hey.
Why have we not been doing this all along?
Hello, baby. So, and then a little TBT would be Gary Sheffield, who
I'm still looking at it. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like a skinny Sir Mix-a-Lot.
And Gary Sheffield actually played
Out of
for like
control.
9-10 seasons. I mean, he played for like multiple teams, including the Yankees, the Mets, Marlins.
I can't hear you over all the buns. I could just. You've lost me. I'm like, look at this fine piece of asset right there.
Yeah, Gary Sheffield.
But I guess you have to like have nice. Still going.
Just-
Can anyone else? Hear this?
Okay.
Can anyone else see what happened in our show? It's out of control.
Funny also I didn't know before is that Gary Sheffield is the nephew to Dwight Gooden, who was a baseball player as well. and a cokehead. And they actually both got arrested in Florida. We tie this back around to Florida.
I see what you did there.
in a little bar brawl. So congratulations to those guys.
Thanks for being role models.
I know, right? Well,
for all of Miami.
If you think about it, though, I'm going to guess that Dwight might have been like 10 years at the tops older than Gary. I mean, Gary Sheffield is he's TBT. So
He's our TBT.
Dwight Gooden's been a TBT. I mean, it happens. I don't know.
But yummy. I liked your selection. This
Did
is what
you?
happens when I let Melissa produce the show. I step out for a week and I'm like, why I haven't seen any of this? I don't know.
You get
I love
fresh
it.
cake in
Fresh
your
meat.
face.
Fresh cake. I get my cake and eat it too.
It's like better than going to the strip club.
Woo! We're all about strip
We need
clubs.
live buns of baseball.
All right, we're gonna have to work on that. That can be our next segue. Oh my goodness. No, all right. So what else
gosh.
is going on?
What else is
Melissa,
going on?
I'm gonna quiz you because
Okay.
we have a couple minutes left and we're throwing this together last minute.
Okay.
I decided I'm going to pull out this lovely game of upside down Blurt Sports. And I'm going to ask Melissa, who claims to be an expert. Don't look at the answers. Some
I'd say
sports
expert.
questions.
I would say sports geek.
Now, do you want any sports? Oh, look, I think these are like football-y. Oh, there's too much going on here. Okay. These have
Pick one,
football-y.
anyone.
All right. Oh, no, these are terrible. These are terrible. Okay. This technique is used by skaters as they round the curves on a track. No, that's terrible. Who knows that? No, 0 people.
Ice skating. It's not even the Olympics yet. That's the summer.
I'm trying to find a... Okay. 3 points. A quick, straight punch.
A jab.
Yes. You got
Hey!
it. Okay.
After
A
kickboxing
group of swimmers competing in the same event.
A medley.
Heats. Okay. Let's see. In squash, this describes a shot that was hit very close to the sidewall. Tight. Who watches squash? Anybody?
Is squash a sport?
Yes. Okay. In cricket, the player standing behind the wicket who catches the missed balls.
Catcher?
Wicket keeper. Freestyle ski jumping that involves flipping in the air.
Oh, shit.
Aerials. Okay. Wait, I'm doing the wrong one. Let's do so. Okay. The annual event oh, you know this. The annual event at which players are selected for professional teams.
Oh, the NFL draft.
We'll draft, yeah. Okay, special shoes worn by soccer players on the grass field. Yep. Okay, I'm going to clean this shit up later. Okay, in archery, a small circle in the middle of the target. That's easy.
Target?
Bullseye.
The bullseye.
Yeah, bullseye.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
In rugby, this kick at a goal after scoring a try for 2 extra points.
Oh,
2
extra
point. 2 point. Same as football.
Kick.
Conversion.
Conversion.
Well, I mean, okay. Yeah. All right. Oh, this is a good one. To surf on your back with the wave. No, with your backside. I like this game. All right. We only got a couple of minutes. I'm going to ask you like 4 more.
Okay.
Okay, you can do this. In soccer, to run while controlling the ball with the feet.
Dribbling.
Yep. You got. Oh, hey, look at you. In basketball, to recover the ball after a shot.
Turnover. Oh, no.
Rebound. The act of knocking down all 10 pins with the first ball in bowling is...
Strike.
Yeah, you got that one. Okay, oh, I don't even know how to say that word. The wind in the opposite direction of a sprinter or jumper.
Oh.
Headwind?
Headwind?
In rugby, this drop kick through the goalpost is worth 3 points. Through the goalpost.
Kick. We just watched rugby too.
I know. Field goal. We need to learn more rugby. I love it. All right. Well, that's about it. Okay, in football, a 3-point score made by kicking the ball between the field goals.
Field goal.
There you go. I'm gonna just let you take these home and learn.
Those
all
are kind of fun. I think I need to
those.
play that.
All of those.
All of these.
Oh, it's out of control.
It's more like, here, go clean this up now for
Scott,
me. Thanks.
it's called 52 card pickup. Here we go. Oh my gosh.
Well, I
This
don't
is
know
what happens when we improvise, and I love it.
We improvise because things happen. And that's
happen.
okay. And just like, well, I don't know if you've been watching, and maybe when you do watch this, finally you'll realize that I have been doing Melissa's Minutes.
You have.
Melissa's Sports Minute, # Melissa's Sports Minute. And I have missed like 1 or 2, but I'm trying to get
Why are your
used
minutes
to.
like 7 minutes long?
They're not. The initial was like 3, and since then it's been like 1.
Oh.
Because sometimes you might need more than a minute.
Yes. That is so
Literally.
true. So true.
Coming in from a woman's perspective.
Sometimes you need more than a minute.
Sometimes you need more than a minute.
I need more than a minute with that photo. All right, you've been watching Girl Chat Sports here on Vegas Video Network. Next
Yes.
week, I will not be here, but Melissa's going to surprise me with lots more shenanigans,
Maybe more bare asses.
bare asses and of baseball. That's what we should call it.
If you have any questions or comments or ideas for Melissa's Sports Minute or for our show next week, if you want to just volunteer some info, please email Melissa at
Girlchatsports.com. And follow us on Twitter and Roku. We're out of control. And I'm the one drinking.
I know, right?
All right, well, join us
What
again
am I
next
on?
week, same time.
Save that channel. And we don't have balls, but we know how to cover them. And bear.